Hello and welcome back to Coin Matters channel. So here's an update on the station's situation if you missed it, with a few things to add to it. I believe I left out sequential things myself, and it wasn't as plain as it could have been. For the time being, Ledger is the only reliable station option, at least for the newly released option. I'm not sure whether it's just LUNC and Luna is different, but right now this is the state of affairs. I'm in Manage Wallets and you can't add a new wallet. All you can do is use Ledger. As I was stating before, there is no need to worry about losing any of your coins or delegations. Everything is okay. Now we're just hanging tight for news. Important to note now is that if the wallet industry is privatized without the data being fed back into the chain, we run the risk of perpetually having several platforms and no central root for the blockchain. Also, you do realize how crucial this is. Because, for instance, if we had our own station, we could put, maintenance updates out and put, you could put out a lot of different stuff and it would be ours, it would be chain owned. For starters, we wouldn't be renting it, but it increases the security and for people actually having an official lane for everything. Given everything that's happening, it's hard to argue against the proposed law from which the L1 departed. After all, if they'd followed it, we probably wouldn't be in this pickle either. Making agreements in secret and all that nonsense. But anyhow, just to reiterate, the station web app has gone live for anybody who may have missed the previous announcement. Just got off of that, and so far as I know, Ledger is the only way to link up with LUNC. If you want to communicate with Phenomics, you should wait. It is now safe to use the station Chrome extension, as version 7.44 has been released. I avoid using the add-on because it is inconsistent with Ledgers and requires multiple refreshes before a transaction is processed. Therefore, I usually just avoid it. The same thing might happen in that place right now. You could have to put your Phenomics on the line, or you might have to do whatever it takes to fill your pocketbook. What I'm telling everyone to do in these videos is to go conduct your own research, follow the links in the description, and read any available lessons. There's only so much I can explain without turning this into a full-fledged tutorial video. A lot of people get confused when they see the new username in there, so I don't want to produce a tutorial video until everything is up and running, at which point I'll post a video of myself recovering my wallet. No worries, I can't recall my old username. Any username and any password will do. Make sure there is a gap between each word and that there are no capital letters if you are using the phrase nomics on omics. And that's the way it should be. It's acceptable to use 8s, 11s, and all of your minimics. Don't enter a fraction of the required information, enter the full amount instead. Just because the button reads submit doesn't guarantee you've done the proper thing. Okay, I counted and it should be 24. Don't forget any of the 24. So, they've officially issued the pull request. What this seems to be leading up to is that the Terra money domain is essential to the operation of the station desktop app on Mac, Linux, and Windows, as well as the mobile apps for iOS and Android. When TFL takes back management of this domain, both apps will be quickly repaired and made secure again. While we wait, please read this important notice about station desktop and mobile apps. We apologize, but for your safety, we must wait for domain reclamation before we can launch the updated versions of both apps. Please wait to use these applications until an updated version has been officially announced and verified. And we care deeply about keeping you safe. We ask for your continued compassion and patience while we work through this matter. Since the ownership has transferred to this new development team, I've seen that they're much more vigilant about fixing any problems that arise. And rather than keeping quiet and hoping for the best, they are actively addressing the situation, issuing updates, and maintaining peace in the neighborhood. This is excellent, by the way. We're hoping to see this. If my predictions come true, they will not be willing to part with their legacy holdings. In that case, I'll probably bring her in during the day to verify that the promised legacy assets indeed exist, have been kept current, and are operational. And now that we have a new crew, everything seems to be running much more smoothly and efficiently. And if you have seen right, Currently, if we go to my governance page, you can see we have these really cool themes. We have all of this available, and it seems really seamless. All of a sudden, everything seems to work. The basic backstory itself is functional, which is excellent. The advantage of the existing method is that it is interoperable with other chains. And I believe this is something that keeps being overlooked. And many groups insist on saying that they operate independently from TFL and receive no help from the latter. We can be used as a trading commodity. In addition, the initial proposal established that UNC would function as a wallet and interchange system participant. You can tell they want to keep us a part of their system by the rebranding from Terra at the front of your wallet change to Terra 1. If they didn't want us to remain a part of their system, you wouldn't see the return of All and Terra Classic. Then, when an alliance is formed, let's pretend we've formed a coalition with Adam and Juno. In that case, we should be privy to their respective ideas. And you'd get to cast a vote on those based on the resources at your disposal in the alliance where you've dipped your toes and built alliances. However, if they had no plans to continue things like updating it or providing us with it in the first place, I think they would have mentioned something to that effect. We are, however, seeing updates and mostly receiving radio silence. And I suppose this is an example of the proof is in the pudding phenomenon. The restoration of full functionality across the board is something I eagerly anticipate. Typical, because if you aren't a Ledger user, and many people are like, oh, you know, all times like this, you should go use Rebel Station in times like this, I think to myself, I'm glad I made a Ledger user, because Ledger allowed me to immediately re-enter my node and access all of my wallets. And I have more freedom without constantly recharging my Minimix. I can't afford to keep sending sensitive information over the web. Instead, I just connect my accounting software. It's go time. I can pick my own wallet right now. When I activate the killer app, it's over with a click. And it's not hard to do at all. It's a special symbol in the ledger. In addition, it's something that will undoubtedly improve the quality of your life and increase your sense of safety. Since this is an illustration, right? If such phenometric data are only ever entered into that ledger and never leave, then you have a very safe system because the data has never left the ledger. Never have they sent money using email, a chat app, Twitter, or even the app commonly used for sending money transfers, Keybase. Also, I've heard it argued that it's not even completely safe. And I take it that no system is foolproof? People can add things like block-changing enhancements at the end of the day. The links in the description of this are to Station and TFL for anyone who is now wondering when the service will resume. That's where I've been getting all these updates, and the most recent one arrived around half an hour before I filmed this. So, we are being kept in the loop. And they're adding, hey, in case you missed the last announcement, here it is again. And hey, a lot of folks are still asking, might as well put up another station update. So, what do we know about the video's conclusions? Okay. The add-on in Chrome is functional. Successfully tested extension system. The browser's central server is operational. But this is only for people who utilize Ledger. Currently, we expect rapid restoration once they update the domains using the mobile app and retake command. It appears as though it might occur within the next couple of days. Now that things have returned to normal, and it appears that we will have improved systems, I think it is possible that this may work out and ultimately prove to be what we need. We really, truly, keep piling on top of a Sammy every quarter. We reorganize and start over with a new crew, yet despite our best efforts, nothing ever gets accomplished. And it's only me who's seeing this. Excellent, really excellent. Having the option to click on objects is convenient. It's convenient to have my past all in one place. It would be great if everything, including Block Explorer and BigQuery, could be restored to normal operation, including the Finder's backup and operating. Okay, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.